Hi there, when our app starts, the navigation drawer is loaded with some predefined items. What we want to do is to show our database names on our list view. We are going to create a method, then register it. This method will get the list of saved database names and load them to the list view. We will call this method, load databases. We will get a state variable, which will have the list of the database names, and then we add this to the list view in the nav drawer. Our list view is in the nav drawer. We just want to use the icon and titled on it. Let's set some options for the nav drawer. We then select the list view, to apply some options to it. The list view we have created comes with some predefined subcomponents. Let's remove the ones we will not need. We need to show an icon for each item, and we also need the title to appear. The list view sources data. This can be data that is user-defined, or from a data source. Let's specify the options that the list view will use. The list view options usually specify the key name that will be used for that data from a list of array objects. In our case, we will use a list or array of items. We will define these. When a user clicks Connect on the dialog, the list of database names from our MySQL server is obtained. We will use this list of names. We save this list to a global state variable. We then hide the dialog and execute the load databases method. We will register a global method called load databases, and we will call it with run method. Let's register the load databases method in the global scope. To do that, we call set method, passing it the current module and the method name. Any existing items on the list view should be cleared. This just clears an internal structure and not the state. We will use refresh to update the state. The onCreated method is no longer relevant, let's comment it out. We will use a for each loop. We get the database name, then add each to the list view. We will also allocate an icon for each entry. We add each database name, we also give it an icon. When each database is selected on the list view, we want to update the title in the navbar. Each item in the list view has an ID. We use that ID when we were adding each database name. On clicking the list view, we get the selected item as an object. We read that object and get the ID. As the ID contains the database name, we will build the navbar title and then update its linked state variable. We had earlier changed the title state name to app title 1. When we run the application, the list view in the nav drawer will be updated at runtime. This will now contain the names of all the databases in our MySQL server. Also, when we click an item in the list view, the navbar title should be updated. We will execute connect. This saves the list, we get it and update the list view. The navbar title is also updated when we select a database. Thank you.